Hello everyone, it is your human Thork, and welcome back to our Minecraft 1.19 survival let's play. We have so much to do in this episode. It's kind of crazy. In the last episode we focused on villagers and expanding our tree. We added some what? Okay. Well, those weren't there before, and those weren't there before. Okay. What? Oh my god. hang on. These weren't here before. Okay, yeah, this moss wasn't here before, and this tree wasn't here before, and those leaves up there weren't there before? Our tree is growing like all on its own. Wait a second. What? How has that happened? Are you telling me that this tree is growing amethyst now? What? This certainly has expanded. Oh my. Another tree and more growth? This tree really didn't want to wait for us to get around to it. Yeah, none of this was here before. This stuff was here before, but this wasn't. We just had a couple little nubs sticking out of the ground. What? Oh my gosh. This tree is really becoming active. Well, I mean, it's certainly very pretty. I wasn't expecting this. I guess that means I have to check all sides now. This one I don't think... Okay, never mind. It has changed. Huh. This one's a bit more circular. What about you? Yep, this one too. Can I climb you? This connects all the way over? This is crazy. You sure have been busy, huh? I don't remember there being a branch right there. Anyways, I don't want to get too distracted. We have a lot of stuff to do in this episode as it is. This is just adding more to it. Let us sleep. Also, it looks like our visitor is gone from the last video, not episode, but video, which I guess is a good thing because they were kind of loud. And no, I did not do anything to them. They wandered out on their own, I think. Anyways, let's get down to business, because like I said, we got a lot of stuff to do today. As I'm recording this, Minecraft 1.20 releases tomorrow, so it's gonna get real busy. As a follow-up to the last video, you guys seem to be on the same page as me. I will insert a snapshot or screen grab of the poll that I ran on this channel. In it, I asked you guys 1.20 or 1.19, aka do we start a new series with 1.20 or stay in the same world? And overwhelmingly, you guys want a new series. And honestly, I'm really glad you agreed because that's kind of where my heart was at to begin with. I'll be working all of that out really soon, but we still have this world to wrap up. And now that the clock is ticking, now that I officially know that I'm going to start a new series, we got a ton of stuff to do. I have a ton of projects that I want to wrap up around here. I have a couple builds that I want to do. That's going to happen, and we still have all of this. So there still may be another episode after this one. Who knows? We're just going to take it day by day, episode by episode, and see how it goes. Regardless though, 1.20 is coming here at the time I'm uploading this video. Yeah, I'm super excited. I hope you guys are as well. That admittedly was a longer intro than I wanted to do, but it felt appropriate. So let's get to it. Alright, firstly and foremostly, if that's a word, is the list of projects that I want to put the finishing touches on in this world. The first project / build on this list is this farm. I initially wanted this farm to extend all the way out to the lake that's on the other side of this swamp, and I never got around to it. So before the series ends, I want to do that. I very much want to do that, but it is very boring, it is very tedious, it is very same old, and so I think this is a good opportunity for a time lapse. I'm not going to make you guys sit through all of the chopping down of trees, clearing space, replanting, planting, so we're just going to take care of that the nice way. Start the time lapse, future Thork. Alright, you got it. Anyways, here's the first of many time lapses in this video. I think there's about 5-6-ish time lapses across this entire video, which is way more than my usual, but that's because we had to get a lot of stuff done. We are very rapidly approaching the end of the series. Maybe it'll be next episode, maybe one more episode after that, but I think I would love to try to wrap it up in the next one. So there's tons of stuff to do. That means tons of projects to finish up, this farm included, and that just means a ton of work spanning a lot of different projects, and the most efficient way to do that is with a time lapse. And you will definitely thank me for doing all these time lapses as well, because if I had to do everything from just the first person perspective, this would also take 3-4 times as long, because I would have to go through hours upon hours of footage. This definitely makes it easier for all of us, I think. Anyways, this was a long overdue project, and I am super excited with how it turned out. I hope you guys like it. And now I'll be quiet while I let the rest of the time lapse finish. My god. This looks crazy. From the moment I saw this world, this is exactly what I pictured. Almost like a river, but like a spotty river running throughout this entire thing filled with crops. It looks so good. Oh, wait. Look at how pretty the view of this tree is right now. Just perfectly fit right in the middle of this clearing. All right, I gotta see what it looks like in the morning. Ooh, man, right on this torch. This is a great screenshot. You know, the inhabitants of this world will never have to worry about food ever again with this. All right, now that that is finally done, I think we should probably take a look at this tree. I don't know if I'm gonna start on the canopy just yet, even though it seems like it has already started without me. I should probably see what's going on up there. And then maybe we can finish up a couple different builds, different projects, spruce up the area a little bit. A lot of the things that I'm gonna be doing in this series, for the remainder of the series, are gonna be like little final touches, right? The kind of details that nobody probably would bother with, but I bother with because I just like them. Pathways, decorations, and all that kind of stuff. But this tree is absolutely the main project we need to focus on. We need to do the canopy, a way into it. We need to finish the pathway. There's tons of stuff, and we're just gonna get it rolling. I don't know how much I'm gonna get done in this episode, but we're gonna figure that out. I am so ready to see this tree actually start to look like it's being completed. Oh. What? So I was correct? Question mark? This tree is growing crystals? Oh wait, oh hang on. Wait just a second. Oh my god, first of all, this looks insane. All these tiny little pieces of leaves that the tree is sprouting reminds me of how a normal tree starts to bud. You know, they put out like the little buds, they flower, they get the leaves and all that kind of stuff. It's a nice pretty time. This is reminding me of that a lot. But this is crazy. This is wild. Did I plant or grow or make a magical tree? I mean, it's certainly sounding like it. I have a theory though. At the beginning, I wanted to make this tree a cross between a mangrove and a dark oak. And I thought that's just what this was gonna be. But with the addition of these azalea and moss just spreading out at the roots, I'm thinking there's something else going on here. We planted this right above a lush caves, and there are a couple amethysts nearby. Did the tree somehow soak up the amethyst and suck up the nutrients from the lush cave, and now it's doing its thing? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, either way, it's looking incredible. I like what it's going for, and I think we should help it along, which leads... Okay, well, I want it to be down here anyways. Magical tree has a gravity still. Anyways, in the previous video, I said that this chest, which is now 2 chests, holds the key to what I wanted to do with this tree. That I am just bread. I had a plan on how I wanted to build the leaf structure, the branches, since the beginning, and now is time to put that into action. Let's actually make that thing a real thing, somehow, without elytra. It's gonna be tricky, but I know we can do it. All right, you ready to see what's in the chest? All right, let's check it out. Concrete. Earlier in the series, I had mentioned that I never really worked with concrete before in a Minecraft world, even solo. And well, I think it's about time that I actually work with concrete. And sleep. And sleep. Sleep. There we go. I genuinely had to look up the recipe for concrete because I didn't know it. Yeah, I think I got it right. This should be all that we need. Most of this concrete, even though we're going to make a lot of it, is only going to be used at the very, very end. Most of it is still going to be all these leaves, but there will be some concrete thrown in there. I think I saw it being made like this, or maybe like this. How did that happen? How? Oh, that makes more sense. This is what I saw. So we need this, and then the dye. I did see that it makes 8. I don't know how much we're gonna need, but let's make a lot of it. Given that this tree is so huge, I think we're gonna need a huge amount of green concrete. I mean, we can always go get more if we need to, like some light green and some pink and purple. We're definitely going to need the majority of this to be green. The non-green colors will be for something very specific that I still kind of want to be a surprise. And now we have a ton of concrete that we need to mine, actually turning it into concrete. This seems like it's another job for a time lapse. Let's go. Concrete in Minecraft is one of those blocks for me. Everybody has those blocks. And you know what I'm talking about. It could be a block or a group of blocks or a type of block that you just never touch and have never used in any of your Minecraft worlds. Concrete is that block for me, alright? Probably among others that I can name, but that is the main one. Mainly because it was always out of reach. I never spent the energy to get it. I mean, it looks nice, but I always left it to the professionals, the full-time YouTubers. It has probably been years since it was added to this game, but it feels new to me. So to anybody out there who may feel like experimenting with new materials, go for it. You know, I know 1.20 is out, so if you are just getting back into the game and you feel like weird about like discovering new things about this game because you've been away for a while, don't let anybody guilt trip you into discovering new things or feeling weird for liking things that have been added years ago. Do you. Create the way that you want. That's the entire point of Minecraft. Alright, well, that was significantly less bad than I expected. It was really satisfying, actually. Kind of terrifying at times, but very satisfying to then build up and then tear all that down. And we have a ton of concrete now. Right after the sun goes down and we have had a rest, I think it is time that we start on this tree. Somehow. This is absolutely one of those projects where if I overthink it, I'm just never going to do it. So I just have to do it, start doing it, and then continue doing it until it is done, and then figure out something from there. We just have to dive in. Alright, let's trek our way up to the treetop, or soon-to-be treetop, and start working on this canopy. This entire project is going to be a lesson on what to prioritize and when, because really we're going to have very limited time if we want to finish this tree before 1.20 comes out. Scratch that. 1.20 is going to be out when this video is out, but you know what I'm saying. I want to get this project done and everything wrapped up in a reasonable time frame. There are things that I can live without and things that I cannot let go undone, and this treetop is one of them. If I focused all of my efforts on the bottom of the tree and still had like this frazzled top, it really wouldn't make much sense as a tree. But getting in the canopy and then getting in everything else is kind of the order in which we need to do this for the most cohesive result at the very least. And speak of time efficiency, we need to bring these chests up here. You know, I think I want to create a little bit of a platform in here so that we don't have to drop down and then come back up and then do that 20,000 times. It would be roughly that amount. I swear. At least it would feel like that. One moment. Actually, I'm going to record this part because I think this is a really cool process to share. I was just going to create like a temporary platform just to have it so that we could start on this canopy, but I mean, this whole thing also needs to be done, so that also needs to be on the agenda. I had an idea when I first started this tree that inside here would be like a house that would have like different compartments. Like we could do some enchanting, some potions and whatnot, some storage even. It would kind of like turn into our main base, if you will. And honestly, I don't know if we have time for that in this series as it currently stands, but I do need to make sure that this isn't like a hollow log sticking up out of nowhere. So adding a little bit of like, I mean, at least context here and there that this is like there's like a space in here is probably a good idea. Yeah, we're gonna leave this here for now. So yeah, this is my idea. We're gonna continually and gradually slope this inward until we get to like I don't know, we could maybe add like a staircase spiraling up throughout this place. Maybe that could work. We just need a place to stand up here and be surrounded by leaves. I also had the idea earlier in the series, like when I first had the idea for this tree in general, to create entrances in the stumps themselves or in the roots themselves. We could like climb the roots, use them as a staircase, and enter a spiral staircase going up. We may do that. It just depends. But let's continue working on this. Yeah, this is looking nice. Oh, also we need to definitely light this up now. I do not want any bad guys showing up here unannounced because they think they can for some reason, you know? Also, I can now take down these pieces of scaffolding, especially this one. The crystal grew right over it. Work on this bottom layer. I don't know if these torches will be permanent, but it is what we're working with at the moment. Alright, that took a little bit longer than expected. However, I have never seen this area so clean and well kept. It's honestly kind of weird to see. But now we have a chest monster growing up here. I'll take it. It is definitely better than down there in front of our starter base. And you know, speaking of starter bases and bases in general, if I finish this how I think this is going to be finished, this being the tree, this is going to be kind of a mega base. I mean, we'll have tons of room in here to do whatever we want, and we'll have up here with a canopy surrounding us. And if I had an elytra, we could fly in and out of this place like it was a mega base. But I don't know if we're going to get all the way there. We'll see. We'll see. All right. I do have a little bit more stalling to do. I want to finish this kind of area right here in the middle, make it into something a little bit cool, and then we can start on the canopy. It's just one of those things. I say we need to dive in, but it's really intimidating. I'm probably going to come back when this middle area is finished because I don't think it's going to be that interesting. So yeah. Oh, this looks so cool. I can walk here now. Wow, this is actually starting to kind of look like a treetop. That's really nice. It's kind of cozy, not gonna lie. Plan right now is pretty simple. Number 1, extend the branches. Number 2, start to put the leaves in. And step 3 is see how far we get. This absolutely does call for another time lapse though. You know, the more I think about it, this entire project, this main big project of the series, this spawn tree, is very symbolic in a lot of different ways. It is the first big project I've ever attempted on this channel. This is the first series ever on this channel, and we're about to branch off into 1.20. The alignments here are like aligning, and it's just really cool to see. Alright, that was that portion. I think it looks a little bit more even on all sides now. And now comes the more interesting part. The part that I don't know how I'm gonna do without an elytra. Leaves. Literally just leaves. How am I gonna do this? I'll figure out a way. I'll definitely figure out a way. The easy part will be the tops of these branches. The not so easy part will be the bottoms of the branches. I'll just have to do a lot of dirt scaffolding, I think. I hope you don't mind time lapses. And then we'll move on to a different project once I get that in, basically until I run out of leaves. Because there's no way that what we have right now will cover all of this, so I think doing another project once we're done with this is probably the best use of our time. Okay, let's get to it. Speak of new projects, how about let's talk about new techniques in editing. There's a lot of voiceover in this video, a lot of time lapses in this video, so please let me know what you think about that. I kind of like it in theme with the whole branching out and trying new things. There may be a couple more voiceover centric videos that could be coming out. I have no idea, but we'll just have to see. Let me know if that is something you would be interested in. A lot of you guys say that you really like my voice, so talk to me, which thank you so much by the way. But anyways, let's continue with the video. Yeah, that's not too bad actually. I have not looked at the bottom yet, but for now, it's pretty good. I guess we should go look at the bottom of this thing. We are gonna have to figure out a way to make that a little bit brighter. I think I have an idea for that, but it's gonna take a lot of effort. Shape-wise though, kinda works. It just needs to be seen. Also, I cannot forget that we need to get rid of this dirt. That's gonna be a whole project in and of itself. But I think we should just continue along with this and then see if we can finish that up. I am really loving it. And then after we get done with that, I think we should work on an entrance, because right now we're using the scaffolding, but we can't use it forever. Also have to figure out where I want to put like the floors of this if we're going to turn it into a base. We could just do one big spiral staircase leading up, with maybe a couple of stops in between. I don't know though, we'll figure that out when we get to it. I think the plan is just to do what we did here all over, and then figure out the bottoms of them, and then maybe put something in the middle here so it looks a little bit full. I don't want to mimic oak trees, I want to mimic like the flat top of this tree or this tree, because if we were to mimic these, this would be a huge project. We'd probably have to go all the way up there. I don't think we have time for that. We're just gonna stick to making this look like a dark oak tree and then figure it out from there. All right, restarting the time lapse. Start building and then figure it out on the fly is basically the entire motto for this build, and really this entire series. If I am to be 100% honest, there were so many projects in this entire series that I was just like lost on, and I had no idea how to start, but I started building and then I came up with something at the end of the episode and it worked. kind of. I hope it worked. Clearly it worked because you guys are still here. So thank you guys so much for that. That support really means a lot to me. But yeah, I was always going to go small in this series. I, from the beginning, said I was never that big of a builder, that mega of a builder. So this, in my head, is a huge milestone. It is a huge marker to show myself that, yeah, I can do this kind of stuff if I wanted to. It's not just for the professionals. It's not just for Hermitcraft or Mumbo or Grian. I could do this, and I am doing this. So yeah, and I'm gonna leave it to you to take that mentality and apply that to anything, not just Minecraft. Anyways, I'll stop talking for a little bit and then let you enjoy the time lapse. Well, this certainly is starting to look like a tree. And I did not account for this, but you can definitely see the transition of very bright to dark swampy green. I wonder if the mangrove side here will look any different or if it's just going to be like a swamp texture. Anyways, regardless, it's looking really nice. I have officially ran out of leaves. I had way more wood than I had leaves. We actually have a ton of oak leaves, but that's gonna be like step 2 to like sprinkle throughout here. We need the base of this to be dark oak, and we don't have any more dark oak. We've managed to go through basically all of our green concrete. We still have a couple lime pieces of concrete to throw around here, but that's gonna be when this is all done as kind of like an accent. I think that we should probably move on to the next project for this episode. What is that project, you may ask? Well, it involves some of this. I kind of want to try to get the entrance of this whole tree set up so that we don't have to use the scaffolding. I don't think we're going to get it all done in this episode, but I think we can make pretty good progress. Make this tree walkable instead of, you know, climbable. This is a really pretty place to sleep. I do think... Oh boy. Oh, maybe we should be lighting this up too. Yeah, we definitely need to be lighting this thing up. Also, that is a very sharp angle. We're gonna have to fix that. Where'd you go? Where did you go? Am I gonna have to fight my way onto this route? Oh, it really is the worst when you see it and then it's not there anymore. Gotta light up all of this. Well, there you are. Go away. We definitely need to do a little bit of spawn proofing here. And when I say a little bit, I actually mean a lot of it. I am very not used to having to spawn proof like this because I don't ever build this big, but I do now. Okay, so for the base of this, I'm thinking 4 entrances, an entrance on each route. We will then have a pathway under this so it can circle the entire thing. We'll close up the bottom, and then we'll have a spiral staircase going all the way up to the top. Anyways, I think we should just start to punch through here. Also, we can get rid of all this stuff. Big, wide doors. It is not going to be symmetrical because we didn't build this thing symmetrical, but that's fine. If we're going to do a spiral staircase, then I don't know if we're going to need to do this on each side. Yeah, because we can't create like 4 different spiral staircases. Well, I'm sure we could, but I don't want to. I think that's a good entrance. We never put anything like over here in this area. I always wanted to, but I never got around to it in the series. But now, I think this could be a nice pathway up to our tree. We can curve this up and around towards the root and just have a spiral staircase going all the way up. Yeah, I like that plan a lot. Let's get to it. Okay, we got this far. I mean, it's looking great. I absolutely love how this is turning out. Gotta try it. Ooh, that's satisfying. This top area, well, that's the top area, but this middle area, I guess I should say, this middle area seems like a perfect location for like a base or like a house. We may, at the tail end of our series, upgrade our base. I'm really loving the feel of it. Now, I could very well make this kind of like a little home. We could just place all of our stuff in here, or maybe make a bedroom, maybe an enchanting area. I do remember in a previous episode, I wanted to like move the enchanting area into like a nice area. This could be that area, because we only have a little shack for it. This could be the enchanting tree for all I know. Or we could just continue this. No, actually, scratch that. I think I like the idea of creating a platform on the edge of this with a balcony that you could look down into this area with a lot better. Then we can add some fences. Again, nothing too precise, just enough so that we can have some walking area up here, plus maybe a little bit of extra storage. Yeah, something like this. This will give us a lot of walking room. I will want to clear a little bit of this up. The ones on the floor can stay. Just the ones that are above this can go. We can replace these. If this tree likes these, then I don't want to remove them. All right, let's see how this looks from down here. Absolutely. I am loving that. Actually, we can add a ladder right here. Yeah, that's looking really cool. So we can even add a stair in here. Yeah. And I actually don't think we need one on this side. Yeah. Oh, I love that so much. Alright, this ladder is really, really cool. We can officially take this scaffolding down, because now we have kind of an official entrance. It is going to feel very weird not just going up scaffolding all the time, but this is much, much, much prettier. All right, this staircase is almost done. I would just need to do a couple more details to it, but I think I can leave that for another episode. Probably the last episode, or what might end up being the last episode. Next episode, episode 15, might be the final one. We're finishing a ton of projects. We're making a lot of really good progress. I got the farm basically done, just got a couple more details to do on that one. I got half of the canopy basically done too. I have this staircase almost done. There's only one more build that I think we can fit in that I would want to do, and that has to do with that area over there. I think we could go build something over there. This episode has been like jam-packed with stuff, and I really love it so far. I think that would be a great thing to end the episode off with. It's going to be a ton of editing work, but I'm down for it. So let's go do something over there. It's not going to be a big build. We can't really make it that extravagant. But what we can do is a really cool time lapse of something over there. Let's go. This build. Now this build is an interesting one because I felt so many things while making it. It's honestly kind of crazy. I felt the highs and the lows. I felt like it was working, like it wasn't. The second that I started it, I regretted starting it because then I had to finish it, but then when I finished it, I felt really happy that I finished it. It was one of those kind of builds. There's so many different colors going on in it. It's a challenge to the creative process. It's just a lot of things going on at once, and I don't know what to call it, so I will just call it a build. I wanted to do something with this area for a long time. I didn't know this area existed for a long time, but once I did, it was always on my radar. I always wanted to do something with it, but I never did. But now that the series is kind of wrapping up, I felt like we should probably do something with it. I tried to leave in a lot of the creative process here, the tearing down of blocks, the putting in of things that didn't stay. It was a challenge for me, but I feel like you will enjoy what we ended up making here. And I guess this is another way of saying trust your instincts when building. Yeah, let's get back to it and see how this build wrapped up. Okay, that is an issue. That poor wandering trader. I am just trying to build. All of you are not invited. Oh, I thought there was more of you. Hello? Are you alright? Okay, that's good, that's good. Just retreat into the trees. Good thinking, man. I'm not gonna bother you. You seem like you have had a long day already. I'm gonna get back to whatever this is. It's a thing so far, and that is about it. This will be a little oasis area. I thought it would be really cool to not like take up this entire space. I do want to make that clear, so adding a little mossy oasis area, I think that would be really, really cute. We can make a pathway leading this way, maybe broken up a little bit. I don't expect myself to finish this in this episode. There's at least one more episode planned where I finish up the tree, anything else that I want to do, and then this. Yeah, we have some time. We're not immediately jumping right into 1.20, even though I really want to. I do want to make sure that the series is wrapped up nicely. Hopefully that won't take too long, and maybe by then shaders will be out by 1.20. I don't know, that might be wishful thinking though. I don't have a clue how long it might take between versions of Minecraft for the teams of these mods to get it all updated to the correct version. Maybe it'll have to be the case where we start with 0 Optifine and 0 shaders and then just add it in as we go. Regardless, I like where this is at. I just want to put on a couple finishing details, maybe a roof, and then probably leave this project here for now. Alright, let's see how this looks. Let's do some jungle. I don't know, maybe something like this? We can replace this spruce with jungle wood. That actually does not look too bad. Yeah, let's tear out the rest of this spruce. This can still be open. Well, maybe mostly open. Alright, I think those are some good windows. And now what to do with this? I have no idea if it'll look good, but I have to try it. Yeah, like a flat top like this, and then just like push it out one more so it's overhanging. 200%. This will give us a gradient that will look very, very nice. Darkest colors on the bottom to add some weight and foundation to it. Ooh, wait, no, let's leave this open. I have such a good idea. Yeah, look at this. Oh my god, that actually looks really cool. Now, I will say it's not perfect. There's still a lot of details to go, but details is where you can like hide all of the weirdness that's going on here. Adding some depth to the walls, adding some like vines to climb down here, adding some windows. Actually, we can add the windows right now. We definitely did not need to go that heavy on the glass, but I don't care. It's gonna be fine. Add glass to this entire shape. And I think I'm going to leave this open because I have a great idea. Now, the only other thing I want to do is add in some moss. Oh, it actually doesn't spread. I thought it would spread on sand. That complicates things a little bit. So you're telling me if I want this to spread, I'm going to have to replace what I want here with dirt, and then it'll spread. I always thought moss spread through absolutely everything. Now, the other thing that I want to do, or I guess want to try, is I want to see how this looks. Because if we're gonna have an oasis, might as well have a big tree in the middle of it. Usually they're on the outskirts, but I want one in the middle. Yeah, that is actually perfect size. Are you kidding me? I was expecting something this size, but perfect. Absolutely perfect. Just want to create a path leading out of here with some dirt. Want to collect a few of these trees. Let's see if we can plant some of these trees around here to make this area even more aesthetic. Absolutely we can. Let's add a couple trees around here, just because, you know, this is an oasis after all. Oh, that grew kind of a wonky way, but that's fine. 2 more trees, let's go. Yeah, alright, this is looking really pretty. Let's just put a torch on every tree for now. Yeah, I can see how this is going to turn into a beautiful oasis. There's one thing I do want to plant around though, and that is bamboo. Now, there is one thing I want to do with this roof. Like so, and then... Oh, what? I'm actually out of bones? I'm actually out of bone meal. I actually don't think I have any back at the starter base either. I'd have to go all the way to the skelly grinder to get bones, and I'm not willing to do that for that one tree. You're just gonna have to wait until the next episode, along with the rest of these details. Alright, I am really loving this area though. Everything's a little boxy and a little patchy right now, but it is very promising. Let's just add a door while we are here. And add a door right here. Alright, I have to stop myself and put some things away because otherwise I will get endlessly distracted and just keep on going and going and going, and then I'll never get this episode out in time. Just put it away. We can do it again later. Actually, one more detail. So, yeah, I think that's about it for this area for now. And you know what I think? I think that's the episode. Man, we got so much. Oh. Thank you. And then, man, this has been here for so long. Let's get rid of it. That is super, super satisfying. No longer do we have to go under the tree to get into it. We actually have a proper staircase. Okay, where were we? Oh right, I think that's the episode. We got so much stuff done. A quick recap. We got basically half of the tree complete. We got the staircase in, which was looking fantastic. We fully extended the farm, and I guess we could basically call this thing complete now. And we went over to that little oasis area and actually finally started to build something. Overall, that was a lot of stuff packed into one episode. I suspect this episode will have been very time-lapse heavy too, so I hope you guys didn't mind that. All of these things were kind of boring and tedious and repetitive tasks, so I think that was the best course of action. In the next episode, I am looking forward to doing a lot of finishing touches, so I hope you guys are ready for that because I certainly am ready to dive in. As I'm releasing this, 1.20 will have been released, so I hope you guys are having fun with it and are super ready to dive into a new series once we get all of this stuff done. I have tons of plans and ideas and thoughts in the world, and I haven't even seen the seed yet. So with that being said, normal YouTuber-y things. If you want to stay updated on what I have going on, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you will never, or almost never, miss an upload from me. Be sure to leave a like if you like this video and share this with a friend who you think will like this content. Minecraft is always better when you share it with friends. At this point, I basically already have an idea of what we're going to do in the next episode, so instead, leave a comment telling me what your favorite part of the video was, or your favorite topping on pizza. This should be interesting. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching this. I appreciate all of you. Keep being you, keep being awesome, and we'll see you guys in the next one. See you later. This was a big episode. Oh my god. We really cranked this up to 100%.